Warning, the following episode contains flashing images and scenes of a disturbing nature, even though that wasn't meant to be the case. Viewer discretion advised, especially if you have epilepsy or a nervous disposition.
Wait, what? Hold the phone, yo. What? Is this guy Crane? When we already took over half his planet and converted its inhabitants into cyborgsums? Oh, you must be f***ing joking! If whatever god this one worships hasn't stopped me now, what the hell makes him think I'll be stopped later?
What's up?
I have to go to the doctor's for a checkup.
And that's a bad thing, how?
Because hospitals are filled with people that are ill, and you usually have to wait for the doctor to show up to see you, which is more than enough time for the ill people to spread their germs and make everyone else ill.
Especially with this fucking pandemic that we're suffering through. And that's why flu jabs were invented. And why we're currently going through trials for the COVID jabs.
Yeah, but there are other diseases
Fuck this
that
shit, I'm
ill
out.
people could have, like cooties. And not only that, but these checkups really mess up my schedule. How long am I gonna be waiting? How long is the actual checkup gonna be? Who's gonna pick the kids from school? Who's gonna feed the kids? Ah!
Yeah, sounds like a bummer.
Please don't say bummer.
Oh, it's that kind of checkup.
Yep. Leon,
Yeah,
can you come with me, please?
I get real nervous around hospitals. And you think I don't?
You're rarely nervous about anything.
Well, having a mostly positive attitude and faith in God despite masturbating on a daily basis, abusing alcohol and other recreational drugs in general does wonders for combating anxiety.
So,
Does that mean you'll come? What will I have to say to Mum? She usually picks me up near the end of the working day. Just tell her you're working late. Can't expect me to keep this museum in tip-top shape 24/7, you know. Fine, I'll get my tablet and headphones so I don't get bored while waiting for you to get arse-raped by whatever doctor you want me to think.
way to improve my opinion of hospitals, Leon.
What can I say except you're welcome? A trip to the Carrotsticks household, followed by Brian begrudgingly asking his sister to look after his kids, and then Brian's sister calling for a taxi later.
Let's not mention what happened today to your father.
Good news! I'm looking after you little guys today.
Oh good, you're Mr. Carrotsticks' sister. Can you tell Dylan why it's wrong to resort to physical violence?
What do you mean?
He said something along the lines of, good, your hatred makes you powerful.
It slipped out.
Was it a girl?
Yes, she was picking on me.
So shouldn't you have told Mr. Presquilantine instead of physically fighting back?
So he could give you cookies for joining the dark side. I'll swore.
Yeah, A better idea would be to tell literally any other teacher. I don't mean to interrupt, but I've got other affairs to attend to.
Oh, of course. Kids, get in.
Auntie Dani, where do babies come from?
Aren't you a little young to be asking that?
On the contrary, the theme of childbirth has actually appeared in several shows aimed at little children.
Do you know where babies come from?
Depends. There are two methods. The natural but extraordinarily unsanitary method that garners mixed results, and the method your father used to create you. I take it you signed the consent forms. Are you sure I will be unconscious throughout the procedure? Last thing I want is to wind up with anesthesia awareness. Chances of you being awake after we have applied the anesthesia are unlikely. I can assure you that it's not fun for the staff here either, but it's the only option where donors are asexual or our choice of erotic magazines isn't up to their standard. We have magazines for them. Oh, that's good. RBRT Unit 808, you are required in room A113. Welcome to hell. And that's how your father created you, and how his father created him and your aunt. Oh, and I forgot to mention there is one other method of procreation. Cloning.
Did you really need to mention the part with the hippo?
Since their buttocks are bigger than a wombat and I was
Mentally scarred for life because there was so much unwiped feces on that particular hippo.
Yes, I did need to mention the power of the hippo in order to teach your nieces and nephews a very important life lesson. Unless you're really desperate for a doctorate or you want to work in medicine, do not apply for medicine.
Are you okay? Do you need help? I'm fine, thanks. Just a little fatigued is all.
Why are you lying?
It was him.
Pardon me?
Dani Carrotsticks.
Okay, little smart aleck. Let me rephrase the question. Want to know what I find super fun? No kidding! I was frozen today!
Sound like it dispenses so fun flavor kills.
What the hell was that all about? She's going to give you diarrhea! Deliberately!
What can I say? I'm a busy man with a tight schedule.
Where are you going
see that?
with this?
She winked at
It's
Mr.
time
Wink.
you stay out of my way as
Miss
I
Abby
take
over
the
here said a
nasty
swear
words
word in
from you.
public. What was
and
I
you may live a
supposed
little
to do?
longer.
Anyway, she's
Leon?
serving our
Yep.
order.
A better question would be,
To do what
aren't
he
you going
says.
to arrest a rampaging
Well,
superpowered
since we
bunny
both
rabbit?
have a healthy respect for our own hides, We'll just stand
And
here and not bother
there's
you.
this rabbit wearing what appears to be.
If only everyone else I met were as
medallion
reasonable.
destroying a city.
I'm just here
wants
with
from
one
you
favor.
anyway?
May I
Like to
take
help
your
considering
order
your,
and
covenant.
good appetite?
Yeah, you'd think there would be more English-speaking employees in here. And I don't mean that in a rude way. I just mean it would be a bit more convenient.
I'm familiar with escaping from reality, but escaping to reality, that's a new one, even if it isn't everyone else's reality. I don't know why you'd come back here, though. It's gotten worse over the years. Or maybe it was always as bad and no one noticed until I wiped the slate clean. Either way, you really should be thanking me.
For what?
For allowing you to escape to a whole new world. One that was shining, shimmering, and splendid. I even made some adjustments to accommodate you, just so you don't get homesick. And yet here you are, escaping from that world. Why?
Yes, it's too different for my liking.
Well, of course it's going to be different. Your old world was imperfect. It needed correction.
And you consider making a homicidal version of Imagine Me a correction?
To be fair, there were versions before Captain Manic Depressive and GE fan. That were also homicidal maniacs. Only difference between him and them, apart from the obsession with Neon Genesis and Evangelion, is that he is more interesting. Every hero needs a good villain, as they say.
Then why don't you be the hero?
Pardon?
Why have me do your dirty works when you can do it yourself?
Because you do, guy. All I have to do is clap my hands and any foes that face me disappear. Besides, if I were the hero, what would I need with you? As far as I'm concerned, you can join the trillions that came before you. That's the thing about the many versions of you, dude guy. As well as millions of other people I lost interest in. The moment I destroy their universes, they oppose me, and I wipe them out with little to no effort. Or they surrender to me, and I wipe them out anyway because I got bored. Now you better get home. I'll inform you of